Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to do some projects with Python, and it is going to be an interesting session as we are going to do some interesting projects here. Like, first we are going to do a BMI calculator. So let's see how this BMI calculator thing works. So I'm gonna write a statement of BMI calculator, and after that I'm just going to take some input. So what is actually BMI? So let's say, so BMI is actually the when weight is divided by height square, we get the BMI. And with the help of BMI, we can understand that whether a person is either underweight or overweight, or if he or she is normal weight. So I'm just going to write here a input which takes input of float, that is a decimal point, and let's say I'm just going to write here enter your I'm just gonna write here enter your weight, and after that I'm gonna write height is equal to float, and I'm gonna write here input which will say enter your height. And after that, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to write a variable and I'm going to assign a value to it. So the value will be weight divided by height square, or we can write square in another way, which we call power, which is in short form height and 2. And now I have to write a if else statement, that is a condition statement. If BMI is less than 18.5, then print underweight, and if BMI is more than 18.5 and less than 24.9, then it will print normal. And if BMI is more than 24.9 and less than 29.9, it will print overweight. So this is how we can know. And I'm just going to like print the BMI. At first I'm going to write here print so that the person may know his BMI. So it will be print BMI. And I'm just going to write a statement so that he understands. Print your BMI is, and after that, if I just print this one, I can rather specify this, enter your height in meters. So let's say enter your weight in kgs, and your height in meters. And if I just now, first I'm going to print write the weight in kgs, and let's say then my BMI is this and it is normal. Then I'm not an overweight or any kind of underweight, I'm normal. So this is all about BMI. So let's take a look on another project. Okay, so let's do the math project now. We are going to find the area and perimeter of some like polygons. So let's say first I'm going to find the area and perimeter of a rectangle. So for a rectangle, what we need is that we need a length, and it can be like a float. It can either be int and either be float. So I've written float here. And if I just write enter the length, and the breadth can be taken as float also, and I'm just going to write here enter the breadth. Now I'm going to write here p rectangle, which is equal to 2 into L plus B. This is the perimeter, and the area will be, that is perimeter of rectangle and area of rectangle. I'm just writing it in a short form. And if I just now print the perimeter, we always have to remember that we cannot concatenate a string with an integer or any kind of float. We can only concatenate the string with string. For example, if I write here, let's say p rectangle, what will happen? Let's see. Let's enter a length, breadth. You see there's a error. Why it is telling an error? You can only concatenate string, not float to string. We can only concatenate string with string, not float to any kind of string. So I can just Instead of writing like this, I can just write it like print, and then next line. And similarly, I can write the area about this. Print the area, and it's going to be like this. And if I just now run this one, what I'll see, let's enter the length as 5 and breadth 10. Perimeter is what will happen, L plus B, which is 10 plus 5, 15, and 15 into 2, 30, and 10 into 5, 50, which is the area and perimeter. So let's move on to another project. So we have a lot of things in physics, and we can like implement those things in our code. For example, let's say the equations of motion. So I can just write here equations of motion. And so the first equation, let's say I write v is equal to u plus at, that equation. V is equal to u plus 80. So we have to find the value of v. So this will be the print. I'm just going to write a statement here. The velocity time relation. So let's say I take a input in float, that is taking an input of the initial velocity, and I'm just going to write here, enter the initial velocity, and a will be float input, enter the acceleration, and for t I'm going to write float, enter the time. And if I just write this like v is equals to u plus 80, so I can like print final velocity, and I'm just going to print it v. So let's just run this one. Initial velocity 10, acceleration 5, time 2. Okay, so we have to define. Okay, so here's a mistake. We have to write in 80 in computer language. What we write as 80, computer can't understand that 80 is actually mean that a into t, that is we are multiplying two values, and we are just not putting the multiplication sign here, but in computer language you always have to put that multiplication sign. So if I just run this now, you will see 10, this will be 5, and this will be 2, and you can see 5 into 2 is 10, and 10 plus 10, 20. And this small mistake is for this we are getting an error. So I can just like write the next thing. For example, s is equal to ut plus half at square, this one, and I'm just going to print the displacement time relation. And again, I'm just going to take this one only, and you can see here that is initial velocity, acceleration, and time. And I'm just going to write the equation here. S is equals to, we have to put the multiplication sign, u into t, u into t, we have to put the multiplication sign, plus I can write half as 0.5, 0.5 into a into POW power of t comma 2. It will print t square. And if I just like print the displacement, print s, and I'm just going to write the same value, 10, 5, 2, displacement time relation 10, 5, 2, and we know 2 2s are 4, 5 into 4, 5 into 4 is 20, 20 into 0.5 is 10, and the initial velocity is 10 into 2, initial velocity into time 20, and it is coming as 30. So today up to this, if you like this video, please like, share, and comment on this video, and please subscribe my channel if you haven't subscribed, and you can click on the bell icon to get the notifications. Thank you.